Hello, everyone. Here is my reaction to the Xbox One reveal. It was boring, okay? And for good reasons. Here is my biggest problem with the Xbox One. It does not bring anything new to the table. Nope, it really doesn't. Now, for anyone that's going to say all the multimedia functions, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about strictly gaming. The existence of the Xbox One or the Xbox brand when the original Xbox came out, which was Xbox One, which Microsoft's calling their new console Xbox One. What the hell does the one stand for? Is this like a complete restart of the Xbox brand? I mean, what were you trying to go with Xbox One? But anyway, um, so my biggest problem with the Xbox One is that it seems like Microsoft's focus is on everything else except gaming. Now, some will say, yes, that the whole reason for Xbox is to be the living room entertainment hub or the entertainment box for everything in your living room. But here's the thing, the reason why people will buy an Xbox is for games. They're not going to pick up an Xbox One as a DVR. They're not going to pick up the Xbox One because so they can stream Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime onto the TV. Because guess what? There are other devices out there that does the same thing. Hell, the Wii U does that too. So, why did I pick up a Wii U? To play games. Why did I pick up a PlayStation 3? To play games. Why are people going to pick up a Xbox One? To play games. So why are you throwing all this other crap on here? Which, by the way, most of the features they announced for the Xbox One only works in the United States. So people outside the US, guess what? It's not going to work. At least not now. So what you have here is a multimedia box that just happens to play games. So why am I going to pick up an Xbox One then? When I look at a console, I don't look at the games. Well, I mean, scratch that. Yeah, I do look at the games that's available for it, but I look at the overall experience, okay? When I picked up the PlayStation 3, I picked it up for two reasons: to play games, and it's a really good Blu ray player. That's the honest truth. When I picked up the Wii U, I was really intrigued by this controller. I actually really like this controller. And I don't know why people bash it. And you know what? When I was watching that Game Trailers TV on Game Trailers, they had a guy that was talking about the controller and how they designed the controller. They talked, the guy was talking about, oh, like how the speaker on the controller is like, wait a minute, you have the surround sound speaker. That's better than the speaker on here. Hey, jackass. Not everything with the speakers has to do with just regular game audio. Believe it or not, with this, and even on the Wii, the speaker was actually was used in clever gameplay wise functions. Okay. Um, there are some games on the Wii U, like Zombie U, for example, that, it would, sure, you could mute the audio on the gamepad and just have all the sound from here just project on the screen or through the speakers, but through the gamepad speaker, they would have like other sound effects come down here independently from the surround sound. So it actually gives you a more immersive experience. And the guy was also, in a way, knocking the Wii U because, like, two screen looking back and forth, is not, doing this, which I'll admit there are some games that I do have to do that, but there are games that take advantage of how you use the Wii U gamepad. Like Rayman Legends, for example, there are levels that you have to use the touch screen on here independently of that. There are games like Zombie U, for example. I'm going to reference Zombie U, for example. When you playing the game, you're not always looking at the screen here, but there are points that it's like you have to scan the room. So you hold the controller up and you're actually moving the controller around, scanning the room. So it's not always like doing this. It's adding new gameplay styles. And that's something Microsoft completely missed the mark, is that they're not bringing anything new to the table. And you know what? I really truly believe most gamers today will fall for that too. They're falling into the trap that the games themselves is all about graphics, nothing more. And you know what? Old school gamers like me are really saddened by this because new generation of gamers don't understand that it's all about the gameplay. It's not about graphics and how pretty it looks. Sure, I would like pretty looking games, but pretty looking graphics or good looking graphics doesn't always mean technical. It can be artistically styled. So I really don't know, because I'm just baffled that Microsoft unveiled their next generation console and all they did was just really piss off a bunch of gamers, because this thing with the mandatory Kinect all being powered on all the time. And you know what? Having the camera on all the time is pretty creepy. It really is. And damn. I think, let's just face it, I really have no interest in the Xbox One. The PlayStation 4, I have some interest in it, but that's still a wait and see. And I'm still on the fence on the Wii U being my only next generation console for next gen. So that's that, because I'm really saddened by this, because it really sucks. There's no real innovation in this console. It's just adding more multimedia functions and it's more powerful. But in terms of gaming, doesn't really add anything new. And the fact that the Kinect, or the new version of the Kinect, can still see you in complete darkness, that's kind of scary, if you ask me. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think down below. Make a video response, leave a comment down below. I really want to know what you guys think. Not just about the Xbox One, but just next generation gaming in general. Let's just face it. The core of these boxes is to play games, but they're really focused, especially Microsoft. Sony to some extent, but Microsoft has really focused this thing as a multimedia box. And the early adopters, the people that watch these reveals, they're hardcore gamers. And Microsoft really screwed this up big time. And for everyone that made fun about the Wii U, you might want to rethink this because at least this has backwards compatibility with your Wii content. This, including the PlayStation 4, has no backwards compatibility at all. You're starting from scratch. And even to all the people out there that will say, oh, but you can just stream stuff on the PS4. You're going to have to pay for that too, you know. They're not just going to give it to you for free. So, yeah. And I'm not saying that backwards compatibility would be a deal breaker, but there are ways to design a next gen console with backwards compatibility in mind and not break the bank. So, yeah. Anyway, like always, have a good one. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about it because I really want to know. Are you really excited about the Xbox One? Hell, are you even excited about the PlayStation 4? Is this something that will let's just say it. Let's just say you're on the fence of the Wii U. Would this sway you more towards the Wii U now? Because that would be really interesting. Because let's just face it, Nintendo's been getting bashed a lot for the console, which I really don't understand why. I mean, you're buying a box to play games on it. So let me know what you think. Like always, have a good one.